the Global Business Report on Rise News. The Central Bank of Nigeria has given commercial bank instructions to allow betting and gaming companies that have been suspended and they're with a PND on their accounts approval to honor withdrawals from their accounts to pay for winnings, salaries, and other overhead expenses. Now, according to a copy of the letter addressed to one of the banks. Now, on September 5th, we're not even on the 15th yet, or rather the 16th, the central bank instructed banks to post a PND, that's a post-note debit, on the account of 38 companies, some of which included betting and gaming companies for violating foreign exchange restrictions, thereby freezing movements on their accounts. In a prior memo instructing the banks to freeze the accounts, the CBN did not, however, mention that it was for forex infractions. So we're going to try to get down to business with regards to what's going on with our Rise business analyst, Chika Umbonu. Chika, you're welcome. Very good morning. Okay, so I believe we have one of the, or both of the circulars that have been posted out there. Can you help us out, Chika, with regards to...
See, one of the most regulated elements of banking is foreign exchange transactions.
Yes.
Now, it's not like, even for the first-class economies like US,
yes,
there's even the maximum amount of dollars you can actually walk in and walk out without declaring it. No, the same thing also now in a third world country like ours. What you have to do that they are what I call legal transactions that you are allowed to, execute, assess from, CBN dollar. Let me take it another way.
Yes.
That's what they call CBN dollar.
Okay.
Okay? And other dollars. CBN dollar basically comes from our process and all of those. I know the major thing there is the fact that it is scarce.
Yes.
It's limited. Because it's limited, and therefore, you must determine how you can use it.
Okay.
And that's how these regulations come into play.
Yes.
Now, every transaction that is documented through, that action through CBN must go through what they call a Form A or a Form M. That's very important.
Yes.
So that's a Form M that is applicable, that you can use CBN dollar. A Form M that you don't have to use CBN dollar. So, but every import into Nigeria must have a Form N.
Okay.
Now, for other transactions are not visible transactions. You have to use what they call a Form A.
Okay.
So you can't just, put money in your account, just wire anyhow. It must be documented transaction.
Okay. Okay, I'm with you. Okay.
Are you following me so far?
Yes.
The transaction must be documented. It must be a documented transaction. It must be a legal transaction. And that's the issue.
Okay.
So I think maybe what may happen is that in line with the CBN laws, FX laws, that says that these transactions, basically if you see one of the letter he wrote, it says, infraction against CBN FX extant laws.
Yes, I think we had the page one of that circular. Yes.
Yeah, which has to do with the dollar, even if the dollar that you have in your account or the dollar that's in Nigeria, how did you wire it abroad? You can't just wire it abroad to another account abroad. It must be for, a service rendered to a company or individual in the country, and it must be documented through a Form M or a Form A. Okay.
So that's what's happened. That's what happened here. That's what the infraction is basically dealing with.
They have breached CBN regulation that has to do with the manner and way in which you have to move dollars out of Nigeria.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Fair enough. Okay. There was another circular, right, that was requesting.
So the DOM account balances.
Yes.
Now,
okay.
At the time, let me look at it. At the time, the law was very flexible enough that said, or was understood to allow the fact that if you can build up cash dollars into your account, okay, and then your bank can actually wire it to any account you want abroad. If you came from your own personal DOM account.
Yes.
There was an understanding of that law. Then another understanding of the law that says that transfer can only be done from Rotus Nigeria to Rotus abroad.
Okay.
For same beneficiary.
Okay.
And if you have to do for payment of service any other person, you have to go through the Form A or Form M.
Okay. So this request now
is like, let us see the DOM account transactions and what has gone out through them.
Okay.
Inflows and outflows. And the outflows that went out, how did they go out?
Chika, you see, this is why we have you here.
How did they go out?
Okay, so, fantastic, great.
So, in that wise now,
yes,
if you look at the same letter we're talking about now, the one they wrote to the banks, one of the banks, allowing them to allow those previously PND accounts to take out money for salaries and for winnings. Right. Because, these are betting companies.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's going to be the bigger picture, the bigger impact. The impact is going to be bigger on the citizens who have trusted these companies, who had no role, because they gave Naira.
Right, exactly.
So that's basically what happens. Now, the other thing that's happened is the fact that there are other FX, characters in the environment who, if you provide them Naira, they're able to wire FX for you.
Yes.
Without you knowing where the FX comes from.
Right.
But you see, it's a small financial system.
So everybody knows everybody.
Right. One day to come back to you. So account for that money that you wire to Dubai or to Singapore.
Yes.
What was it for?
Interesting.
So you earn your Naira. And the thing is that these guys, betting companies, earn a lot of Naira. So the Naira is there.
Yes.
What are they going to do with the Naira?
Okay. I get where you're going,
so
yes.
That's a temptation.
The temptation, eh?
Yeah, a temptation.
Okay. Chika, what about the timing, right? So it's the timing.
I think everything is in play.
Liquidity right now.
Everything is in play. I keep telling you that everything is in play. That when you're broke, usually you look at all your pockets to see whether any money that's there, or bring out your list and say, Rotus, did he pay me that money? That.
Back that time.
That. Or you have a low budget for your party and you're looking for those you don't want to invite. You say, that time, So basically. It could have, even if we are superfluous with dollars,
yes,
this should have been done also.
Right.
Because of the fact that I told you, the major issue is that when you have rent in your FX system, there's always a temptation to move from the legal to the illegal market, and vice versa. So you take money from the legal market,
right,
move it to legal, you already made about 80 Naira for every $1 million.
The
differentials, the premium.
Yes.
And so there's always that temptation.
And so that's what the CBN is clamping on down right now.
That was CBN is. CBN is trying to make sure that, this does not happen. Because what will happen is that you can actually buy money, legal money from CBN, at let's say 386.
Yes.
Take it out of the country.
Okay.
Okay? That $1 million.
Yes.
Bring it back to Nigeria. Sell it at 440
market and
take money again and buy money from CBN dollar. So you're not creating any wealth in the country.
Right.
You're not doing anything. You're just round tripping.
Right.
And chopping our common goods.
And that must be stopped.
And increasing the cost of operation in Nigeria.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Excellent explanation. You see, we're clear now. Thank you very much. Okay, still on the banks. President Buhari, through the Minister of Finance at the CIBN meeting, which is concluding today, the 13th annual conference, Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, said that the banks should step up efforts to attract investments into Nigeria. Chika, if we're to replace President Buhari with Trump and say, sorry, I'm here to hear that President Trump said to American banks that you should step up investment. I mean, I don't know. Trump,
I don't like doing country.
You don't like to do country
comparison because let's say compare everything.
Right. Okay.
That. But see, the issue is that the way I can answer that question is this:
yes, that
in the land of the blind, one-eyed man is a king, and you will find in our country of maybe substandards in the environment.
Yes.
You find that the banks are the people who are playing at the highest
level
corporate standards.
Okay.
A lot of them have international branches. A lot of them have branches in London, remember? A lot of them have branches in New York. So they are out there. And they've gone through several screenings by the international community. So they have veracity and the profile for whatever they speak. These other people will believe them.
Okay, only 30 seconds. There's too much pressure being put on the banks to grow Nigeria's economy.
They're making money from the environment.
So they have to now invest
support the system.
Arise business analyst Chika Mbono, always with the best explanations to clear up things for us here on the show. Thank you so much, Chika, for coming. You're watching the Global Business Report here on Arise News.